All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in here, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. And in light of a lot of things that's been going on, just around the NBA basketball world and different things you've been hearing, and just things we've been seeing over the last couple of years, with guys basically outright basically cheating the game with load management. It feels good to have the NBA on NBC back to where it needs to be. Now, tonight there was a major game on NBA on NBC. There's two back-to-back games. The first game was the Milwaukee Bucks versus the New York Knicks, as Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks straight up beat the Knicks tonight, man, in a great game. And shout out to the Bucks. I picked them to win 60 games this year, and I'm so happy that the Bucks came out, stood on business tonight. And also, you have the Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry right now on NBA on NBC playing against the LA Strippers and Kawhi Leonard, a dude who has synonymously been associated with load management, a dude who they claimed was not able to play all these games anymore, wasn't able to play back to backs anymore in all these games because he allegedly had degenerative knees. Well, the one player we saw that had degenerative knees in real life, his name, and he played for the Portland Trailblazers, was Brandon Roy. And he ended up having to retire because his knees were so bad he couldn't play. But this guy, Kawhi Leonard, who was supposed to have degenerative knees, some reason every time he gets on the court, he has no knee braces on, no nothing on. He's going out here dunking on cats and doing all this other stuff that we ain't never seen guys with degenerative knees who was not supposed to be able to play again. But we already know they're under investigation for a whole different situation that they have going on with the LA Strippers and Kawhi Leonard and the ownership of that team. And for sudden, some reason, it's a miracle. It's miraculous all of a sudden that Kawhi Leonard is playing every game again this year. The only other time we saw Kawhi Leonard start the season out playing every other game is when his contract was on the line. And he was fighting for a new contract. Every other year, this dude was missing games from the jump. He was out of the lineup, in and out. It was all kind of lame-ass excuses. But now, you understand what I'm saying? Since the microscope is on this bum, now all of a sudden he's playing all the games again. It's a miracle that this guy's healed. But shout out to Michael Jeffrey Jordan for laying a smackdown tonight. As Michael Jordan, for you guys who don't know, he have been signed to do segments for NBA on NBC. And in these segments, Michael Jordan straight up went in on these low managing punks who've been stealing money, cheating the fans. You understand what I'm saying? And haven't been doing a damn thing that they're supposed to do to hold down and carry on a tradition of NBA basketball. But then we got people who call them great, people who cherry pick and don't want to call these punks like Kawhi Leonard out, who have been getting away with this foolishness for years, but we ain't never heard of him missing, collecting a check. You understand what I'm saying? But everybody can talk about LeBron James every single day, but this weak weasel, Kawhi Leonard, who have weaseled his way all these years, been able to play 40-some% of his games since he joined the Clippers, but get 100% of his checks. Shout out to Michael Jordan for laying a smackdown on these weak weasels and calling them out for load management. And this is what he had to say. The term load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
I know you were going to talk about that one.
Because you played 80 games a lot. A lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. You know, he's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
So give me the first time that you came to that fork in the road in your career where you could have sat down and missed a game, but you fought through.
Starting my career,
okay.
I twisted my ankle. And I had a teammate. He says, "You twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. This is you need to." I said, "No, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact." And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up, and I went back out and I played. I always felt that. I always felt the necessary need that I could never leave my comrades out if I could perform, right? Even if I couldn't. Utah, great example. Everybody says the final game. It's a game 5, which is a very pivotal game. I was going to find a way to get out there, even if I was a decoy. Well, once I got out there, you never know how, pushing yourself, you never know what happens, right?
So that night you got out there and you found you could do more than you thought you were going to be able to do.
Next thing you know, the emotions, the situation, the need of the team, all those things catapulted me to, I'm going to gut this thing out. Back to your point of what load management is, you play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work or your next, challenge. Now, I'm the worst. I mean, maybe I'm not one of the guys that you would probably model that, or
I was going to say, did you do that every time?
But you should think about that in retrospect of what load management really is. I always felt like one is a sense of pride for the fans that are paying.
Right.
2 is a sense of making sure that I stay sharp. I'm not going to lose it. And 3, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there. It can just.
Thank you. It can disrupt the chemistry of your team. And shout out to my girls sports team in the building. Salute to you, baby. Love you. It can disrupt the rhythm of your team. And I'm glad Michael Jordan called these weak punks out. These dudes have destroyed the game, man. Dudes like Kawhi Leonard, who sat out here and benefited off the fans, paying while his ass sat. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think I can really go. All the team doctors cleared him for the goddamn San Antonio Spurs, but everybody gonna run the Spurs, a great organization in the ground, because this weak weasel didn't want to get up there and play. I don't know, man. Because, see, I'm telling you, man. But this the only dude I know that got degenerative knees. Every time he get back on the court, he ain't got no knee brace on or nothing. He out there yamming on dudes, doing all this crazy stuff. Like I said before, man, shout out to Michael Jordan for calling it out, man. Real talk, bro. It's sad, man. You got these dudes out here getting paid all this money. They getting paid more money. And like Mike said, what the hell is load management? You play basketball 2.5 to 3 hours a day, bro. What is you doing all the other time? What is you doing all the other time? What is you doing all the other time? Outside of your ass playing 3 hours a day. You got people out here that got to go to work 8, 9, 10, 11 hours a day. I know some of y'all back hurt, your knee hurt, your leg hurt. You want a truck right now. You like, man, ain't no way in hell I can make it through this shift. Working 12 to 15 hours. And for this weak weasel like Kawhi Leonard to come out here and cry and whine and you know what foot around here, like a big ass damn baby, sitting out here crying his ass off and don't want to get out here and play. And they're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to play a game. Meanwhile, you got people, and right now, and guess what? Imagine if you missed 60% of your work. You wouldn't even have a job. You wouldn't even get a check. This weak weasel have played 40-something% of his games as an LA Clipper, but get 100% of his checks. And you got people out here to take off for this punk. These dudes is weak weasels, and they need to all be exposed. Straight like that, man. There ain't no way you getting paid that amount of money, bro. You supposed to be putting this out. You supposed to be putting this product out. And they told us that it was impossible for Kawhi to play all these games no more. Well, he getting older, and now all of a sudden, since the pressure's on, now his ass is out there on the court every single night. And preseason too. Man, make it make sense, man. I'm not no damn idiot. Like I said before, fanboyism gets it to people's brains, and it turns you into different types of people. Because you a fanboy. Point blank period. Instead of being a fan of the game, you a fanboy of a player. Nah, man, I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of a standard that's been set. And the standard that's been set is that you getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. You take your ass out there and you do your damn job. And if you have a problem with it, quit. If you can't do it, quit. Do it. If you can't do it, if you literally physically cannot do it, do what the brother Brandon Roy did. Retire. Don't keep taking people's money and then you not showing up. You showing up halftime. Your teammates always left off the hook. Like Mike said, man, you're doing your teammates a disservice. Your teammates can't even get no rhythm messing with you. You a punk. So shout out to Mike, man, for telling the truth, man, and shaming these devils, because that's what they is. They're a bunch of effing devils, man. But I'm so happy that Michael Jordan is back, man, and that he's talking about this stuff, man, because it need to be said, man. There don't need to be no punches held with this. People don't need to be holding their tongue with it. They need to be calling these punks out straight up. They need to clean the sport up all the way across the board, man. All the way across the board. Clean the sport up, man. It's people paying too much money. I'm out here paying for NBA TV packages, all this other stuff. People paying all this money, man. Man, get the people what they ask for, man. Like I said before, there is no other job in America where you can go to your job part-time, where you can wake up and say, my back hurt. I don't want to go to work today. And you can do that 2, 3, or 4 times and keep your job. There ain't no way. You'll be unemployed. Your whole family will be out here starving. But we gonna come out here and take up and cap for some punk-ass bitches because they asses don't feel, I don't even want to say it. They boo-boo hurt. Man, like, share, and subscribe, man. Shout out to Michael Jordan for calling out these punks. I'm gone. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, Straight Drop Weight Loss Formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.